What's up, Facebook? Ty Crandall here with Credit Suite, and today we are going to decode six different steps to get set up with Dun & Bradstreet. I'm going to teach you how to get your DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet. I'm going to teach you the steps to go from no business credit with Dun & Bradstreet to actually get enough credit established where you can actually be issued a Paydex score. I'm going to talk to you about how many accounts you need reported to get a Paydex score and many other things. So before we dive in, let me talk to you a little bit of background of who Dun & Bradstreet is so you know who D&B is. Dun & Bradstreet is the largest business credit reporting agency that exists in the world. They are bigger than any consumer credit reporting agency. They are bigger than any other business credit reporting agency. They have hundreds of millions of records on file. And if you're even thinking about building business credit and corporate credit, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you build your credit with Dun & Bradstreet. So want to know what to watch your live video? Swipe left. All right, just checking to make sure. Facebook's changed a lot of different things, so I want to make sure I adapt to their format. So today I'm going to teach you what you need to know to get set up with Dun & Bradstreet, what you need to know to get your Paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet, what you need to know to actually get set up and get your free DUNS number without paying $1,500 to do so. Okay, so this is a really big deal. Why would you want corporate credit? Why would you want business credit? Well, when we talk about corporate credit and business credit, we're ultimately talking about credit that's in your business name. It's linked to your business EIN, not your social. There's no personal credit check for approval. There's no personal guarantee for approval. You don't need collateral for business credit. You don't need cash flow for business credit. Business credit will help you get the best rates and terms on any kind of loan or financing you get for your business. And it'll help you get money for your business even when there's no way you can qualify for a business loan. Even if you have severe credit issues, you have no collateral, you don't have any cash flow, you're even just starting the business, you can still get this kind of corporate credit if you follow these 6 steps to get set up with Dun & Bradstreet that we'll go through today. So today is not about outlining all the benefits of business credit. If you want to know more about those benefits, then you can go to our Facebook page and check out our previous live streams. But today, I'm going to teach you 6 steps to get set up, get your free DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet, and also get your Paydex score with Dun & Bradstreet as well. So let me flip this around and let's go to the whiteboard. Okay, so let me grab my marker here. Okay, so 6 steps we're going to outline today. We're going to start for those of you that maybe don't even have your business set up yet. So if you're in the beginning stage and you don't even have your business set up yet, I'll only spend a few minutes on the step 1 and 2 because a lot of you already have a business set up, so you're going to fly through these pretty quick. If you don't have your business set up yet, you're going to want to take step 1 first. Now, step 1 basically is to set up your business entity. And you do this right with your Secretary of State. If you don't know how to get to your Secretary of State website, go to Google and type in Secretary of State, Florida, for example. Once you get there, then it's a really simple process. They're going to ask you, do you want a for-profit or nonprofit, and what entity type you want. So when you're building business credit, you want to stick with an entity, well, almost anything you do. If you're starting a business, you want to stay with an LLC or a corporation of some sort. If you choose a partnership or you choose a sole proprietorship, you can have a lot more personal liability because with a sole prop and with a partnership, you and the business, you're one and the same, which means the business gets sued, you get sued, which means if you default on a credit card, they can't just come after the business assets, they come after your personal assets. So if you want to create some kind of separation in liability, which is what SBA and Inc. and Entrepreneur and all the reporting agencies promote that you should, then this is where you want to get an LLC or get a corporation. Then you and the business are separate from each other, and you're also able to separate your liability. So when you go to your Secretary of State website, they ask you a matter of questions. You tell them you're for-profit, nonprofit. You choose your entity type. You can go through the process. Here in Florida, it takes about 5 minutes to go through the process. And I might just pull this up real quick as people are coming in to actually show you sunbiz.org. And I'll show you how simple this process is here in Florida, just so you can get an idea of how simple it is in yours. So this is our Secretary of State website in Florida. And all I have to do is look around a little and I see, oh, filing services right here. I want a new Florida LLC or a new Florida for-profit corporation. Well, I'm going to go for profit corporation, file, yes, I want to file, yes, I understand, yes, I want to start filing, and I'm done. Now what I'm going to do is fill out a bunch of information. It's only $70 to set up a corporation here in Florida. And I'm going to tell them who my registered agent is, which is me. I'm going to give them my information because I'm the actual officer. I'm going to enter as much information as I can here, hit continue, go through the process. This is a pretty simple process to set up your Secretary of State. In Florida, it takes no more than 5 minutes. Once you've taken step one and you've set up your entity, corporation or LLC, next step is you want to make sure you get your free EIN number. Now, when you go to Google, you can easily do this just by searching free EIN number, as I've done right here. And you're going to see some companies that try to make it out to be like they're an IRS service and then the government, but these are actual companies that are going to charge you for something you could get for free. So skip the ads, go right down to here and look for the actual URL, irs.gov. When you find irs.gov, you can simply click there. You come right here, apply online. Yes, I do want to apply online. Apply online now. Yes, I want to apply online. Okay. And begin application. I'm into getting my EIN. Again, I just chose I wanted to be a corporation, so I hit continue. I want to choose an S Corp or a C Corp. Your accountant can better guide you on this. My advice is if you're a smaller business, if you're doing $1 million, $2 million or less a year, I would go with S Corp because then you don't have to kind of double pay your taxes. And I won't get into a lot of that. I think an accountant's probably better. You simply hit continue and you go through this process. So it's pretty simple to go through. What's up, Lamar? Welcome. So it's pretty simple to go through the process of setting up your EIN. I once did a test to see how fast I could get this done. It took me less than 50 minutes to set up my entity, go get my EIN online, go get my bank account set up, which was the majority of the time, obviously. And I had a business set up. I had a business, I had an EIN, I had a bank account set up in less than 50 minutes, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Saves on tax for S Corp. Yes, it definitely does. And again, I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. Okay, I'll tell you that up front. But I'll tell you this much. A C corporation, the corporation pays taxes like 40% of the profits. Then you get taxed on the personal side. An S corporation, both you basically pay taxes once. So again, accountant can better guide you on that. So now you've got your business set up. Many of you have already done this. What you need to know about your EIN is this. Business credit, corporate credit, is built under your EIN number, not your DUNS number. A lot of people think that it's linked to your DUNS number. That's not the case. Just as your consumer credit is linked to your social security number, your business or corporate credit is actually linked to your business EIN number. That's why step one, set up your entity. Step two, get the EIN. You need the EIN because it's the EIN that you're going to start building the credit profile under. Once you've done this, this brings us to step three. Step three is you want to run a free search with Dun & Bradstreet to see if you are set up with them now. And you can do so on this domain, creditsuite.com/reports. Now, if you just followed step 1 and 2, you don't need to do step 3. Your business is so new that they don't even know you exist. But if your business has been open a few months or more, you want to do this free search. And while you're at creditsuite.com/reports, heck, you might as well as go ahead and do a free search with Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, and Experian. And you can see here that there's 3 different links, one for Experian, one for Equifax, and one for D&B to do this free search. And this is very important. I'll tell you why in just a minute. So when I click that button, I can simply come in here and enter my business name. Okay, and once you do so, then you'll go ahead and enter your business name and enter your state. Now, your business credit can be found by only these 2 factors. A lot of people wonder why EIN numbers aren't on applications, and the reason is because with only your business name and the state that you're in, they can usually pull up your business credit report, as you'll see here with the free search. So I come down, they said, boom, here's your business, and I now know that they have my business on file. Now, why is this? Well, it's important for a couple reasons. First of all, consumer credit is much different than business credit. With consumer credit, you can't have a credit report or score unless you have accounts that you're paying on time or not that report to the consumer credit reporting agencies. As a matter of fact, when it comes to consumer credit, you have to have credit reporting for 6 months to even be issued a FICO score. But business credit, guys, very different. Here's what freaks you out about business credit that most people don't know. Experian and Equifax will populate a business credit report for you even if you have 0 trade lines. If you have no trade lines even reporting on your commercial credit reports, they will still give you a report and a failing score. You could actually be issued a 28, 29 failing score with Equifax and Experian just because they have one piece of what they call firmographic, or what's basically demographic information on your company. Let me give you an example. You set up your business with the Secretary of State, you file your annual reports, DNB, Equifax, and Experian get those annual reports. They automatically know your business type, your SIC, and they will instantly give you a bad failing score, even if you never had an account even report to them. That's crazy. Think about that. Think about if you could get a 520 FICO score, even if you had no credit. That's what's like in the commercial world. So creditsuite.com/reports, you can do a free search with Experian, free search with Equifax, and free search with DNB just to see if they even know you exist. If they know you exist, it might make sense for you to pull your business credit report with any one of them that know you exist to see, do you have any derogatory information on your report now? And do you have a failing score now? If you do, then at least you know what you're starting with when you start building business credit. Starting to build business credit with a failing score is much different than starting to build business credit with no score. So do the free search because it's free. And you can see if DNB, Equifax, and Experian know anything about you before you even start the next steps here on building your corporate credit. So far, you set up your business with the Secretary of State. You got your free EIN number with the IRS. You did a free search to see if any of these guys, DNB, Equifax, and Experian, know you exist. Step 4 is you want to apply for your free DUNS number, and there's the direct link. The letters dnb.com/DUNS-number. Now, an easy way to do it is you can also go right to Dun & Bradstreet here, and you can just Google free DUNS number. So let me see what I did here. I actually I'm on a different page. I Google right here free DUNS number, and I come down after the questions, and I go right to here, what is DNB DUNS number? Once I'm on this page, you simply come to DUNS number, hover above this, put get a DUNS number, and it'll take you to the page to get your DUNS number. Now, if you are a contractor and you use this option, you'll get the DUNS number in about 1 to 2 weeks. If you come in and you use this option, it could take you about 3 to 4 weeks to get your DUNS number. Upon checkout, they'll give you an option of spending $50, and then they take you to an actual form that you fill out. And you can expedite it and get it in that same 1 or 2 weeks that you're able to get it as a government contractor. Now, once you've done this, then what's going to happen is you'll get an email that will look something like this one. When you set it up, when you get your DUNS number, they're going to say, boom, here you go. Your new DUNS number is complete. The following DUNS number was issued, and then they give you your DUNS number. This is what it looks like. So keep in mind, you will be contacted by Dun & Bradstreet. The minute you get your DUNS number, if you haven't already, they are going to contact you and try to sell you their credit builder. Now, Herman says, does your company charge a finance fee for getting us credit cards with and without a PG and getting 401k financing? We don't charge any kind of funding fee at all on any kind of loans we get. Of course, you're always going to pay the finance source, the loan, the lender, the bank, etc., whatever interest rate and fees they charge. We help you get all kinds of business loans and financing without you paying us even a dime. If you want to use our business credit technology, like our system, work with our advisors hand in hand through the process, then yes, we have a few different options depending on whether or not you just want that for your business or you want to actually be a partner and white label our system to offer it to customers directly. And you can go right to our website for that, creditsuite.com/pricing, and you can find that out, Herman, right there. So keep in mind, Dun & Bradstreet's going to try to contact you. They're going to try to sell you what they call their credit builder program, which we'll talk about in a minute. But no matter what they say to you, you do not need to pay them a dime for your DUNS number. Your DUNS number is 100% free. If you follow the steps I just showed you, you never need to pay for it. They may call you and tell you you need to. They may call you and tell you that in order to activate your credit profile with DNB, you have to pay them. You absolutely do not. If you follow the steps I'm going to show you today, you don't need to spend the $1,500 with DNB. You don't need to spend $150 a month with them. You're good. You don't need to pay any of that, just so you know. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I just became a partner. Awesome. Congratulations, Lamar. That's great. Welcome to the family. So keep in mind, you never need to pay DNB a dime unless you buy their credit builder, and I'll tell you more about what that is in just a second. Your DUNS number is 100% free if you follow the steps that I just showed you how to get it for free. Okay, so step 1, set up your Secretary of State, your business entity, a corporation or LLC. You got your free EIN. You went to creditsuite.com/reports and did a free search to see if any of the 3 reporting agencies know you exist. Thank you guys for the likes, the loves, the shares. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. Came in and you applied for your DUNS number for free through Dun & Bradstreet, which brings me to step 5. In order to get a Paydex score, you need 3 accounts reporting on your DNB report. There's 3 ways to do that. You can use DNB's credit builder, you can get vendor accounts, or you can get unsecured financing with a personal guarantee. I'll walk you through all 3 and show you how this works. So let's talk about step 1, DNB credit builder. So when it comes to getting initial credit with Dun & Bradstreet, they're a little bit different than Equifax and Experian. I've already told you that Equifax and Experian can populate a report and give you a score with only knowing your business exists and knowing like what entity you're in, right? Or knowing what SIC you're in. Experian and Equifax can also populate and give you a score even if you have 1 account reporting to them. With Dun & Bradstreet, you need 3 accounts reporting with Dun & Bradstreet for them to issue you a Paydex score. So if you're following these steps and you're like, why don't I have a credit profile and a Paydex score? It's because you don't have 3 accounts yet reporting with them. When you get 3 accounts reporting with them, you will. So how do you get 3 accounts to your DNB credit profile? Well, again, there's 3 options. The first is called the DNB Credit Builder. This is a product that they sell for about $1,500 a year. And with the Dun & Bradstreet credit builder, you can basically come in and pay, well, they have a premium service here too that's $200. And ultimately what they're doing is they're helping you take existing accounts you already have and add them to your Dun & Bradstreet credit report. I'll give you an example. Our CRM system is called Infusionsoft. We pay them every month. We could have our Infusionsoft payment put onto our DNB credit profile and score, and then that would give us the 3 accounts we need. We choose Infusionsoft and 2 other people. We have them added to DNB. That would give us the 3 accounts we need to be issued a Paydex score. Keep in mind, even if you pay DNB's credit builder service of $1,500 a year, or $150 a month, or one of the others, how it is, you still need to build credit with Equifax and Experian. So you might not go that option because even if you pay them to build your DNB, you still have to either figure it out or pay to be able to build your Experian and Equifax as well. So this is why a lot of people don't go with DNB Credit Builder for 2 reasons. Firstly, is that you can't just build your DNB and not build Equifax and Experian. Think about it. As a consumer, you would never just build your TransUnion credit report and not build your Equifax and Experian. That doesn't make any sense. You have to build the credit on all 3 reporting agencies, Equifax and Experian Commercial and DNB. So if you pay DNB's credit builder, you build credit with DNB, but you still have Equifax, you still have Experian that you still have to worry on building. That's one reason a lot of people don't do it. The second reason is most accounts that you may add to your DNB report, they don't let you add. It's in the small print. Here, I'll show you. So here's their website where we talk about their credit builder program. Now this is their premium program. If we scroll to the bottom, the small print, they have something here called a glossary of trade references. When you click on this, it tells you, hey, there's a lot of accounts that we will not let report to you, to us. Here are the accounts. Okay, payments that have not been made yet, common sense. Okay, financial services. They won't put any of bank credit union, insurance. None of this can be added to your credit report. They won't let you add bank references, utilities of any kind of credit cards they won't let you add, landlords or any kind of rent, virtual offices, credit counseling, registered agents, international companies. So the bottom line is, when you think about using DNB's credit builder, the question is, what would you add? If you can't add rent, if you can't add utilities, if you can't add anything with financial services, insurance, bank, what else may you have that you can't even add? This is why a lot of people don't use Credit Builder, because you can't add a lot of types of accounts to your credit report anyways, and you still have to figure out how to build your credit with the other reporting agencies if you pay them for Credit Builder, and Credit Builder's $1,500. It's not cheap to build or access. So that might not be your best option, but it is one of the 3 ways you could add 3 accounts to your D&B credit profile and score. Option 2 has to do with you can get approved. Well, I'll do option 2 if you have good credit. And then I'll give you option 3 that you can get approved with regardless of credit. So option 2 is, let's say that you actually have good credit, a 680 credit score or higher, or you have a guarantor that has a 680 credit score or higher. This is a shortcut hack to help you add accounts to your D&B and Experian and Equifax credit profile and score and get a bunch of money at the exact same time of doing so. Some of my suppliers won't report to D&B. Raquel, you bring up a really good point. Over 97% of trade vendors do not report to Dun & Bradstreet. This is why you can't just think you probably won't have business credit if you think you do. Business credit isn't accidental. You have to go find trade vendors that you know report and use them, because over 97% of them don't report. I think Equifax, I read a statistic that they said that over 300,000 vendors that report to them, less than 10,000 even, or over 300,000 vendors they know of, less than 10,000 even report. So you have to be intentional, and I'll show you some vendors that do report. But before we do, let me give you a shortcut. If you do have good credit, or you do have a guarantor, a family member, friend, colleague, partner that does, you can shortcut the process, get a bunch of access to cash credit lines, and build your business credit at the same time. So this program is called Unsecured Business Financing, and here's how it works. You can get up to $150,000 in financing. You get 0% rates for about 6 to 18 months. These are credit lines, because they give you cash out to pay capability. If you get approved for $150,000, you could get $150,000 in physical cash, and you could get it at 0%. So it actually is a hybrid program. You get the benefit of getting 0% rates. You also get the benefit of credit lines where you could take the cash out. You combine them and you get a beautiful thing. You could actually get $150,000 at 0% for 6 to 18 months. That's sick. It's the only program that out there that exists that I've ever seen like this. They give you 5 to 8 of these individual credit lines, and they report to the business credit reporting agencies. You can use a guarantor if your credit's not good. You can get approved as a startup, and you don't have any kind of cash flow or collateral requirements. This is one of the coolest funding programs I've ever seen in business. So let's summarize. You can basically get up to $150,000. You get about 5 to 8 times the amount of your highest revolving credit card limit now. If the highest revolving credit card you have now is $10,000, you get about 50 to 80 grand with this program. You get it at 0%, not permanently. They give you a 0% intro rate for 6 to 18 months. You're getting 5 or more accounts, 5 to 8 accounts. This gives you 5 or more trade lines to D&B, Equifax, and Experian. So you build business credit with all 3 reporting agencies with this program, and you get actual credit lines that you can take the cash out, and you can get them even as a startup, even with no collateral, even with no cash flow at all, as long as you have a 680 credit score or higher. You build your business credit, and you also get physical cash money as well. Now, if you qualify, if this makes sense to you, well, then I'll give you 2 ways to get more info in case I don't go over a bunch of details now. First, give us a call. What we'll do is get on the phone with you. We'll talk to you for about 10 minutes or less to make sure it sounds like you qualify. We'll get you to a finance source. The finance source will get you pre-approved in 1 to 2 hours and get you your money within 1 to 3 weeks. Here's our number, 877-600-2487. You can also qualify online at creditsuite.com/get funded. You got 2 options. You could call us and we'll talk more and get you pre-approved within 2 hours. And you can also go here online as well. So let me answer some of your questions. Okay, I have no business credit, but I did have my DUNS number. When I did search, Paydex says it's poor. Well, that could be because you might not have any accounts reporting. The question is, guys, like I said, commercial credit's different than consumer. With consumer credit, you have to screw up to get a bad score. You have to mess up your credit to get a bad score. Business credit, you don't have to do anything and you could be issued a bad credit score. So with D&B Paydex, you want to figure it out. You have to have a DUNS to be given a Paydex. Usually they're going to want 3 accounts reporting to issue you a Paydex. Figure out, Missy, why they're actually giving you a bad score. You might have derogatory accounts on there you need to actually dispute. Ty, you're awesome. Joel, thanks, man. That's a cool comment. Don't credit card limits. How much of the credit limit you can take out? Like if it's a 10,000 card, I can only take out 3K. That is the way normal credit cards work. That's why this program is ridiculously sick. Because with this program, you can take out almost 100%. And I'll tell you what I mean. Some banks charge a 3% fee, so it might be 97%. But 97 to 100%, you can get cash out at 0%. What Herman's describing is what a normal credit card is. They only let you take out 20% or 30%. Then they charge you 20-something% if you take out more than that. With this program, you could take out 97 to 100% of the cash out, the credit lines. You could take all the cash out and 0%. Herman, the reason that you can't is because you don't have credit line capability. You have credit cards. So when you take cash out of credit cards, you pay a high cash advance fee. With this account, you build your business credit, you get up to $150,000 in unsecured financing, no collateral requirements, even as a startup, no cash flow requirements, 0% for 6 to 18 months. They report to the business credit reporting agencies, and you can also take the cash out. That's why I've told you this is the coolest funding program that I've ever seen. So, and Raquel says, so the guarantor will have a hit on their personal credit. Depends on what you mean by hit. First of all, these accounts won't report to the consumer credit reporting agencies. So the credit, if you're using a guarantor, the credit will not report on their credit report. It'll only report on your business's commercial credit report. Now, when you go to apply, when you say, yes, I see that I'm pre-approved for 75, I want to move forward, you sign all the documents, only then will they actually get the credit. And at that point, you're going to have inquiries put on your credit report. Depending on how many cards you get, if you want 5 credit lines, they'll have 5 inquiries on that person's consumer credit report. But they'll only put the account on your guarantor's credit report if you default. So if you pay the bill as agreed, it won't even show on your guarantor's credit report, only your commercial report. If you defaulted on it and it went into collection, then it would show on their credit report. So yes, there will be inquiries once you move to the application stage. If you're using a guarantor, the accounts won't show on their reports, and you will only show on the report if you have a collection. So that's a second way to build business credit to get your 3 accounts reporting with D&B. Number 1, consider Credit Builder. Not my favorite choice because it's $1,500 and most accounts that you want to report won't report, and they only build your D&B and you still have to build your Equifax Experian. Number 2, you have good credit. You get $150,000 somewhere in that range or lower depending on how high your credit limit is at 0%. Build your business credit and get a ton of cash access. What if your credit sucks? What if your credit's not good? What if you don't want to get these kind of credit accounts to start your credit knowing you need a personal guarantee on these? There's a way to build your business credit regardless of personal credit and without a personal guarantee. It's called vendor credit. And vendor credit is credit that anybody can get. As a startup, you don't need collateral, you don't need cash flow, you don't need good credit. They're not even going to pull your credit. I'm going to show you how to do it without even giving them your social. But as I think Raquel had mentioned earlier, again, most trade vendors don't report. So let me show you how this option works. So with this option, you're basically getting initial credit from creditors that will give you what's called trade credit. Now this credit has terms of net 10, 15, or 30 days. So that means if you get a net 30 account, you have to pay the balance off in its entirety within 30 days. So if you get a $1,000 limit, you put $1,000 on there, you have to pay that $1,000 off within 30 days. Okay, now you can, a lot of sources offer this, and here are some. Uline, Quill, Gimplers, Granger, there should be a G there. My whiteboard artist did not put my G, so it's Granger. Wells Fargo has a secure credit card as well. So what's different about Uline, Quill, Gimplers, Granger, and Wells Fargo is this. There's something very unique about these. 2 things that make it very unique. 1, they report to the business credit reporting agencies. And if you're building business credit this way, unlike the D&B Credit Builder, you're building credit with Equifax, Experian, and D&B. You're building credit with all three reporting agencies as you should be. The second thing that makes these accounts unique, they'll approve you even if you have no credit now on your business credit reports, and they'll approve you with no personal credit check. As a matter of fact, they won't even ask for your social, except for Gimplers. Gimplers will ask for your social. And when they ask for your social, you know what you do? Leave it blank. Then you force them to pull your commercial credit report and make the lending decision based on that. So with this option, there's no inquiry on your personal credit report. There's no personal credit check because you didn't give them a social. So you can get this credit regardless of how bad your credit is. And you can also get these credit accounts also report to the business credit reporting agencies. So you get real usable credit that helps ease some cash flow needs. And you also build your business credit at the same time. And you don't need to have good credit. You don't need collateral. You don't need cash flow, i.e., you need none of the things that you need to get a loan. So what that means is it means you could build real commercial credit for your business even when there's no flipping way you can qualify for a business loan using this strategy. So here's how it works. When you go to Quill, you put $50 worth of stuff in your shopping cart. Quill and Uline, Quill for sure, and some others have a requirement that you must meet for them to report. It's $50. So with Quill, they won't report your credit to the reporting agencies unless you spend $50 or more. My unwritten rule, I spend $50 with every trade vendor I buy stuff with just to be safe. So you go to Quill, you buy $50 worth of, whiteboard markers. I go through a lot of them. So you put them in your cart. You go to checkout. Here's the trick. Here's the hack. When you go to checkout, don't enter your credit card information. Look for an option that's worded something like invoice me. Choose to be invoiced. Now what happens is you finish the checkout process without giving them a credit card, without giving them a social, and boom, you're done. Now, one of two things is going to happen. One, they're going to call you and say, we can't issue you credit at this time. Maybe because you're brand new in business and you have no business credit established. It sometimes happens. In that case, you say, okay, here's my Visa card. I still want to buy my $50 worth of stuff. You go back a second time and you do it again. And you do the same process. And if they call you again and say, we can't approve you, no problem. Here's my credit card I want to pay. By the third time, they will approve everybody I've ever met. Now, most of the cases, 80% of the time, they're going to approve you instantly. They're not going to call you and tell you you don't qualify. It's very rare that I see somebody that doesn't qualify. If they don't qualify, when they order second or third time, by the second or third time, they do get approved. So if you do get approved, congratulations. They will send you no congratulations notice, no congratulations email, no congratulations letter. They will send you an email that says they shipped your items. When they send you an email that says they shipped your items, congrats. You just got approved for trade credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies. Be careful here. Never pay the bill before they ship the items, because trade credit by definition starts when the item is fulfilled, which means with places like Quill, they have to ship your item for it to be considered real trade credit. If you pay the bill before they ship, it will count as cash. It'll count as you just paid for with cash. So you've got to wait till they ship the items. The minute you get the notice they ship the items, within 1 day, go pay that bill. And here's why. Business credit scores are based on one factor: how you pay your bills. It's the whole thing. Your Paydex score, 100% of your Paydex score is determined by how you pay your bills. If you pay your bill on time, you get an 80 score. If you pay it early, you get a 90 or 100. If you pay it 14 days late, you get a 70, and so on and so on. So you don't want to pay so early that it's not credit that reports before it ships, but you do want to pay it as soon as you possibly can. I pay within 1 day of them shipping the item. I either go online, some of them like Uline, you've got to call them. Some like Quill, you can go online and pay, and then I use another credit card, boom, pay the bill, and I'm done. Now what happens is now I've established established business credit that reports to the business credit reporting agencies. Allow 30 to 90 days for that credit to report, and boom, you've got your trade line with Dun & Bradstreet. Do that same thing with 3 of those sources, and boom, you've got your initial 3 trade lines. Remember, Granger, Gimplers, Uline, Quill, any of those kind of services will work. Wells Fargo has a secured credit card, but Wells Fargo's secured credit card will pull your consumer credit. So I just gave you 3 different ways you can establish your initial credit with D&B. 1, use their credit builder. Not the best option, but something you could consider. 2, if you have good credit, get unsecured financing up to $150,000, 0% rates. They report to the business credit reporting agencies. You get a ton of access to credit lines, even as a startup, and you're also building your business credit. Step 3, use trade vendors. Uline, Quill, Gimplers, Granger. These guys will give you credit when you have done and report it to the business credit reporting agencies. That will give you your initial trade lines. Once you've done so, then you go to the final step. Monitor your reports. You got to watch this stuff actually report on your business credit reports. You can go to D&B and Experian Direct, which is about $200 a month. You can also go to NAV to get credit reports. NAV actually integrates directly with our finance suite, so that's who we use. So actually, let me go back. So in summary, if you're just starting your business, set up your business with the Secretary of State, choose a corporation or an LLC. Get your free number, EIN number with the IRS. It's 100% free. You can Google free EIN to get it. Do a search at creditsuite.com/reports for D&B, Equifax, and Experian because it's free to see if you have anything established with them now. Get your DUNS number right here, dnb.com/DUNS-number, or search for your free DUNS number. Remember, if you're a contractor, or pay them $50 upon checkout, it takes 1 to 2 weeks. If you don't, expect 3 to 4. Next, get your initial business credit established. You could use their credit builder. If you have bad credit or don't want to provide a personal guarantee, use vendor accounts. If you have good credit, use unsecured financing. Then monitor your reports and watch these accounts go up. Once you've done so, the world is your oyster. Once you have 5 accounts reporting, you can start to get store credit cards and fleet credit cards. As you get 10 accounts reporting, you can also get cash credit cards, Visa cards, MasterCards, and you can get auto vehicle financing, all without a personal guarantee, all without a personal credit check. So if you came in late and you missed these steps, go to our Facebook page. You can see the replay where we go through and map out these 6 steps to get your free DUNS number with Dun & Bradstreet and to get your Paydex score established. Remember, you'll need 3 accounts reporting with D&B for that Paydex score to typically be issued. Questions? Give us a call. Want to get approved for the $150,000 in unsecured financing using your credit or guarantor? Give us a call. I'll give you a few cute, helpful links right now. You can go give us a ring at any time to talk more, 877-600-2487. You can also get approved for funding online at creditsuite.com/get funding. Guys, the lender on any kind of funding product we offer charges normal fees. We don't charge you a dime. We'll help you get all aspects of financing without even charging you a dime to do so. You can also go to creditsuite.com/Facebook and get a free guide on building business credit with more details. Maps it out step by step. creditsuite.com/Facebook. Or you can also just text the word tips to this number, 855-982-1820. TIPS, tips, to 855-982-1820. I'll send you personally a video every single week through text that's only 2 to 5 minutes, which gives you a bunch of helpful tips to build your business. Covered a lot of info today. Every Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern, I'm here almost every Thursday, unless I'm out of town for some reason. I'll see you next week. We're going to talk about more ways you can get business credit and loans to fund your business, even when you think there's no way you can get money at your own bank. And again, don't forget, if you want to talk with us more about building your business credit, taking what might take years and condensing it down to a few months, or talk more about all the loans you could possibly qualify for now, give us a ring. We'd love to talk with you. 877-600-2487. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking and loving. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. I know how valuable your time is. I'll see you next Thursday at 11 o'clock Eastern here on Facebook. If you monitor our Facebook page, we'll let you know what the topic's going to be a couple days in advance. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.